Hello, Ask Brigade, and welcome to another episode of Gary Chat vs. the Internet. Has anyone got any cool things that they found on the internet today?
Sorry, another episode.
Yeah, well, the thing is, my plan is that if we pretend like we're experienced, then people will think, oh, they're experienced, and then they'll subscribe and like, and then we'll achieve YouTube stardom in, literally minutes.
But then they'll hear this part and think these guys
just cut it out. Let's just cut it out.
No, because now we're going to leave it, aren't we?
Anyway, has anyone found anything interesting on the internet?
Well, on my internet browsings, I've come across a website called sausagefans.com. And no, it's not what you think. It's a website devoted to... Okay, I'll read out the banner. Sausagefans.com, your complete guide to the great British banger. Actually, that doesn't really...
It's not helping.
Doesn't really help, does it? Anyone else got anything?
Well, I've got a pretty good story from the Darwin Awards website, which our viewers may have heard of.
Okay.
Right, the story, which doesn't help the theme of the video so far, is called Boner.
Okay. Brilliant.
So, essentially, a man is in a forest with his dog, and he's hunting, so he's got a shotgun with him. And his dog starts jumping around, and it's distracting all of the things he's trying to hunt. And so he picks up his shotgun and tries to hit his dog over the head with it. His dog, being smarter than him, jumps out of the way, the shotgun hits the floor, and he shoots himself in the torso and bleeds to death slowly.
Some people just deserve it, don't they?
Right. Okay. See,
why is that called Boner?
This is an example of natural selection in modern day society. People say it doesn't exist anymore.
And that's exactly what the Darwin Awards are about.
I present to you this story.
Right, well there you go.
Right, I think this is funny enough to be entered in. Jack, on a different call, has just said, are we going to do a podcast then? Sitting around is boring.
Right. Well,
have you guys? I always wonder why people dislike the ginger race so much. I mean, I'm not siding with them. God no. But no offense to any of our 5 listeners or viewers. If any of you are ginger, God rest your souls. But
one of them isn't.
Why?
Well, I'm quite fond of them.
Oh, yeah. What? Yeah. For the benefit of the viewers, Will is currently making the love with a ginger. But where did it come from? This thing that without them having souls.
Well, some of them don't do themselves many favours, because some of them are complete idiots.
That is true with a lot of people.
Yeah, but it's going to apply to quite a bit of people. Okay, let's move on to the next segment called the Senile Terry Wogan segment. Drum roll, please.
That was the worst drum roll.
I might have one on here, but I don't dare risk it.
Grandad? What, you haven't touched any of your dinner, Grandad.
Franz Ferdinand.
Grandad, you can't even remember my name.
You're listening to BBC Radio 2. Up next, the Beatles with Isn't She Lovely?
Grandad, you're eating your cutlery instead of your food.
No.
What's all the red gooey stuff coming out of Grandad?
Don't worry.
What the hell? What is this?
I don't know.
That was the end of the Senile Terry Wogan segment. Okay, if you are a listener, which is very, very rare, but if you are, then make sure you're in
if they're listening to this, doesn't that technically make them a listener?
Yeah, well,
some people might just hear it in the background.
We're just the internet, not
immediately.
specifically the people listening.
Yeah, so make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. No one's around. Turn your speakers all the way down. Okay.
Well, not all the way down, because they might be able to hear it.
Well,
maybe that is a
They wouldn't know when to turn them back up.
down, to be honest. Okay, you ready for this, guys? I'd like another drum roll.
Land ho!
There you go.
There we go.
That was literally weeks of planning.
That was a
of
seagull.
Hang on, I've got something that could act as a ship's foghorn.
Okay.
Oh, Will, don't fart in the mic.
I wondered when that didgeridoo would come in handy.
It's literally like I'm at sea.
Has your whole life been building up to this point in which you can use that didgeridoo?
It has.
So all your sad little life has revolved around that didgeridoo being used in a conversation.
It's all our sad little last week has revolved around.
my
You
God.
might as well kill yourself, Will. You have nothing better to live
Didgeridoo
for.
to fly a spit in my face.
You have
Guys,
nothing better to live
guys,
for.
shut up. Please note, in less than 12 hours, the English Wikipedia will be blacked out globally to protest SOPA and PIPA. Right. So what they're doing to stop the internet being taken down is taking down some of the internet. Good work.
Magnificent.
If the student schoolwork is just going to go downhill on that day.
Yeah. Can you explain what it is they're protesting against? Will?
Why? SOPA, or Stop Online Piracy Act. Hang on while I put it in on Wikipedia.
Is that the one about people aren't allowed to show footage from content they don't own?
Yeah,
Yes,
and also
pretty
they've
much
made it so-
everything.
They've made it so if there is content that they don't own found on the internet, it can be taken down by the American government.
Thing is, no one will know what's going on there because people will type in supposedly on Wikipedia, what's happening with Wikipedia? So it'll all everything will explode, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Talking about everything
Everyone will be
exploding.
stuck in an endless loop asking Wikipedia why it's not answering their questions.
Yeah, it's like one of those things, a paradox.
Although some people think that SOPA is just a cover for the Protect IP Act or something. It's here somewhere. Hang on.
I've heard
Explain.
more ridiculous than that. I've heard people think that this is the start of the New World Order.
Really?
Yep. We're all
Wow.
doomed.
It's pretty much companies said to the government, can we have some way of protecting our stuff? And they said, okay, we'll take down every website with any of it on. EA is fairly supportive of it, which is very
yeah,
strange.
Guys, have you ever wondered what it would
You
be?
think that EA would be for would be
Will,
against
Will,
SOPA?
okay, Will, shut up, okay? I'm talking.
Okay.
Shut up. I forgot what I was going to say, so carry on, Will.
What? Me or the other Will? I don't know.
I remembered. Shut up. Okay, so what do you guys think it would be like to have this is an open question, so the Arse Brigade, you're welcome to answer this as well. What would you
Although
do?
they might struggle not being in the video.
Yeah, but they can add comments. Oh, a little bit of strategies going on here. Okay, guys. So what do you think it would be like to have the opposite gender's reproductive organ for a day?
God.
What would you do? I think I would just store things in it.
Oh dear.
I think I would, people would
What
go...
would you do if you forgot
Right,
to take them out by the time it changed back?
No, because people would go, oh, you know, when guys are always like, or girls are always like, oh, can I borrow a pen, please? And you're like, oh, sorry, I don't have one. And it's the love of your life, and you're like, oh, I don't have a pen on me. And then, but if you did, they'd have been like, oh, I love you so much. So in this scenario, you just whip it out of the little crevice in which it's been stored.
Oh dear.
What do you guys think?
I feel ill.
It's beautiful.
I think you should get help, Chris.
Well, you guys will all be taking those words back when it's a worldwide phenomenon.
So guys, when are we going to lobotomize Chris to stop him from communicating to people?
Shut up,
I'm
Will.
free next week.
In this group, I have dominance over you. Okay.
I think this bee in my room has dominance over Will. It's not like
There's a bee in your room?
yeah, it comes
I wanna
in
get
for the
that out.
winter. So
Oh, do you remember Pokemon? Do you still play Pokemon?
No.
Yes, actually.
I
In fact, my 3DS has a Pokemon game in it right now.
Wow.
if I could play Pokemon, I would, but I don't have a way.
Do you remember collecting all the
I have
cards, all the little cards?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I-
I have massive piles of them in my
I never did the cards, but I did play the games.
If
I had all the cards and we like used to trade at my school, but then they got banned because
yeah, people
Knobheads
keep
stole
stealing
them.
them.
each other. It was really annoying.
That
Yeah.
happened at
Happened
like
at mine.
every primary school.
I was bad at sports and stuff, but I was the Pokemon card king. Everyone would just bow to me in the playground. I was like
May have been a slight exaggeration.
the Don of Pokemon cards.
The Pokemon trading card.
Guys, do you remember the first game when you get tricked into buying that Magikarp?
Oh yeah.
I felt so stupid.
No, but then it evolved to that massive dragon thing of
Yeah,
doom,
you
and
didn't
it.
know that at
Yeah.
first. You thought you just bought a pointless fish.
Yeah, but if
Well,
you're clever, you look it up on the internet.
Guys, I think we can all agree that Pokemon has been ruined now, basically. Well, at least the Pokemon themselves have been. They're just
Yeah.
ridiculous now.
You see that little ice cream cone one going
Oh.
around?
God. No. No. Ah.
Just end it all and eat yourself.
Should we end the podcast on that?
Yeah.
Please.
Please, quickly. I'm sorry for everyone that's listening. Sorry.